Get ready for episode number 28 as we gear up to head to Las Vegas for Fashion Week. We're talking all about the WWIN show with the VP of Fashion Events, Des Hanson. Let's talk about your business, strategy, and the juicy details of what actually works, from mainstream fashion to fashion on Main Street, and the entire ecosystem behind it. How do we scale your company and do it with the balance and the happiness that we all seek? Let's hear from those insiders, experts, and strategists that actually make it happen. I'm your host, Ashley Alderson from the Boutique Hub, and I can't wait to chat. You know, one of the first shows that I attended in Las Vegas and got to attend as a speaker was the WWIN show. That's WWIN, Women's Wear in Nevada. And I was so lucky to attend this show with my dear friend TJ Reed, who was truly a pioneer in building community in the boutique industry. Now, she had run her company, her community, and her magazine called Fashion Advantage for a number of years, and was actually introduced to me by our friend Sarah Burks, who's now on our team at the Boutique Hub and has been a boutique owner herself for over 20 years. Now, TJ was a longtime partner of the WWIN show and would get her community together there for networking and idea sharing and hosting breakfast with one another. Now, this year, it feels like this story has come full circle for us because it was many years ago when we were fortunate enough to come to the show and partner with our friend TJ. And this year, we're actually coming back to the WWIN show on Tuesday, August 14th to host our own breakfast this time. And so we're going to be coming to the WWIN show hosting the Boutique Boss Breakfast, complete with 5 speakers, roundtables, networking, and business topics, plus free breakfast provided by WWIN. So in honor of coming back to the show, I wanted to make sure that we had a podcast that told you more about this show and helped you understand what type of retailers attend the show, what type of brands show here, and what you can expect when you come over to the Rio during the crazy busy fashion week that's happening with shows all over Las Vegas this week in August. So guys, please help me welcome this week to the podcast Des Hanson. She's the VP of Fashion Events for WWIN, and she's going to be telling us all about what's happening at the show and about the show's history, as well as what Boutique Hub members you're going to get to see here. And don't forget, listen to the end of this podcast because we're actually teaming up and doing a huge giveaway with our friends over at Lightspeed for those of you who are able to come and attend the breakfast with us. Or if you're not able to attend, we've got a way for you to enter as well. So be watching our Facebook page for these details and the show notes of this episode. Guys, I hope to see you in Vegas. If not this time, then definitely next time in February. I hope you enjoy this show and the talk all about WWIN and what happens at the Rio. All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast this week. I'm sure as many of you are getting ready to head to Las Vegas in August, we are too at the Boutique Hub. And we wanted to bring you a very special podcast this week because we're talking all about the WWIN show and what opportunities you're going to see to go to the show and shop, but also some new things and collaborations that we have up our sleeve this year, including the first ever Boutique Boss Breakfast at WWIN. So joining me today is Des Hanson, the VP of Fashion Events for WWIN. Des, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
I can't wait to talk all about this. You and I were just chatting before we got started all about the event that we're hosting together, the huge giveaways that are going to be coming, and we've got to tell these guys in detail what they can expect.
Absolutely. We are so excited for this next edition of WWIN. We are geared up. We're in the final stages of planning now, so it's gonna turn out to be a great event.
Awesome. So WWIN has undergone quite a few changes in the last couple of years, in case those listening aren't aware. The show's been in existence, we wanted to say, since 1996, roughly. And 4 years ago was purchased by a company that you've been working for. And so there's been all kinds of branding updates and new events and things happening at the show. I'd love for you to bring us up to speed with what the show is all about, a little bit about the history and what we can expect to see in Vegas.
Absolutely. So yes, the company I work for is Clarion, and we acquired WWIN from the Timneys about 4 years ago, and we've been running it and successfully, and evolving to a trade show today, the needs for the buyers and the exhibitors, just bringing it up to that next level. So some of the things that we've done is really tried to update the look and feel of the show. So if you came to the February edition, you may have seen the new updated grid wall system for the fashion showcase displays. We have the rotunda area and the main hallway area, and we really went away from a grid wall type system to more of a sleek white design that really made the garments stand out on these units. So that was probably the biggest change we made for February. And then coming up into August, we're going to continue with some of those things, and we're introducing a fashion show. We have more giveaways. We're really attracting more and new buyers, more specialty stores and new online retailers. So we're very, very excited. We have about 60 new exhibiting companies that are joining us this year. Really hot lines, and we're really, really excited to get everybody together at the show.
I like it. So 60 new lines this show. And what was it, about 420 or so that you said total exhibiting?
Yes, we have about 420 companies overall that are exhibiting at the show, and you'll see them in the Pavilion, Amazon, Miranda, Brasilia, Tropical, and Lambada ballrooms. And the show takes place at the Rio, and what's nice about the show and what the buyers love about it is that it is very intimate, that you're able to walk these rooms and know who you're shopping. The way the show is merchandised, you're finding your like lines situated near one another.
Absolutely. The show also, I feel like, has undergone a bit of a change in terms of the woman that it caters to and the specialty store that it caters to. Previously more of a Missy type show, and now definitely a more modern type woman and a greater mix, we'll say, of specialty retailers. Can you tell us more about the stores that come to shop and the woman that it typically caters to?
Absolutely. So WWIN, typically, has exhibitors that have product that was geared and marketed towards Missy. The consumers have evolved now, and the way their shopping has evolved, as we're all experiencing, where we're really catering to a modern, updated woman, at moderate price points. So in specialty boutiques that you'll see across the country, anything from athleisure to lifestyle essentials. This is what you're going to find at WWIN. Things that these modern, updated women from age ranges 30 to 60 to 70 years old, they're wearing. It's comfortable lifestyle type clothing.
Education has really become a new focus for you in August as well. And you and I were laughing because I've been to WWIN a few times previously, and that was with one of my mentors, TJ Reed, who just really had a long-standing tradition of partnering with the WWIN show. Can you talk about what's new in that department and the workshops at WWIN and what's taking place?
Absolutely. So we have Rita Mitchell-Waldoff, who is going to be doing 2 workshops for us, and we have now expanded. We're very excited to bring Boutique Hub in with us, who'll be doing a breakfast workshop on Tuesday morning. So we have a lot going on. We're trying to expand our education and do more to feed the education of the buyers, the retailers who are attending, so they know how to shop, they know how to plan and spend their time when they're at the show and throughout the year, and how they're taking care of their inventory and moving their inventory to the consumers.
It's such a big focus, and the community piece of it too is such a big focus, not just the how to, but it's also that camaraderie. And that's something we're so passionate about at the Boutique Hub 24/7, but getting to, we'll say, meet up with your internet pen pals who you're used to visiting with online most of the time, and now getting to see them at show and share that space with them, I think is so important. And I know Rita does an awesome job of that with many members of TJ's former community. And Rita's a dear friend of ours as well. And I know even our community mixing with Rita's and TJ's community, they're so excited because it's 2 great groups of boutique owners who have so much experience and so much to learn and share with one another. So I love that we're able to do this together.
Yes, it's going to be fantastic. And to your point, when people are connecting online and they have that touch point, on a daily basis, but it is really, online. I feel like more, today we're experiencing when these shows happen, people are really looking forward to getting together to face and sitting side by side with one another, sitting in these classrooms and learning together and sharing their challenges and some of their opportunities, what they're seeing and how the industry has shaped and changed over the years.
Definitely, definitely. So I'll give all the details at the end of our chat together and also in the show notes for anyone who's listening so you don't miss out. But Tuesday, the 14th at 8:30 a.m., we'll be having 5 guest speakers with roundtable discussions on everything from hot seat marketing topics, buying and inventory planning, data management and point of sale systems, and a number of other things. And we've got some awesome sponsors that are helping provide that, plus a mega $5,000 value giveaway that we'll tell you about at the end of the show. But to that point, because it's breakfast, the Boutique Boss Breakfast, something that you do that's so unique at WWIN that no one else does at the other shows is you provide breakfast, you provide lunch, and you provide wine and cheese, which is all the essentials of a diet, right?
That's right. We need to keep these buyers satiated through all the 4 days of the show so they can be comfortable and spend their time. We don't want them searching around looking for food when they can just get it with us and stay on, within our 4 walls.
Yeah, so cool. So nice that you offer that. I know that's appreciated by everyone who attends the show. And the wine and cheese. I mean, I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm all about the wine and cheese, more so like the beer and cheese in Wisconsin. But that's happening. That's happening on Monday night. Can you tell us more about that too?
Yes, Monday night is our extended day, so you'll have an opportunity to shop longer hours. We're open till 8 o'clock that night, and we keep everyone happy and comfortable. We serve wine and cheese and beer and refreshments. And we're also introducing a fashion show this year, which will kick off at 6:30 that night during that reception. And you'll get to see some of these new lines that are coming out. You'll get to see them right on the runway.
Awesome. So let's switch gears just a little bit because we've talked a lot about this show, and I know we're all excited to come, but I'd love to know more about you and your background in this industry and how you got into this business and what you did before you came to WWIN, and then kind of translate that into what's happening in this retail and wholesale environment today and some changes that we see coming. But start with your background.
Okay, so I had just started and took over for WWIN this past October. So I'm fairly new to the apparel industry. However, I have a long-standing history with jewelry. I started my career with the JCK show. I guess it was 18 years ago now. I worked with them for 14 years, and JCK is the largest U.S. fine and design jewelry show that takes place in Las Vegas once a year in June. And I had run the luxury sector of that. Independent retail stores, specialty chains, and department stores, and some online channels. So I'm working with those retailers. Now coming on to WWIN, I understand very similar challenges that retail is facing today. It's I think since 2008 things have changed a lot. Sales don't take place on the level and the volume that they did prior to 2008. I think retailers have seen just a shift in the consumer behavior where the patterns are shifting. It's not always about when somebody holiday gifting or when somebody needs something. It's the gifting is now, I think, monthly. There's all reasons for gifts. It's not just graduations or Mother's Day or holidays anymore. It's for promotions or self-purchase, and so very, very similar behaviors in both industries. So it's a nice. It's been a nice segue for me joining the WWIN show and this team and working with these suppliers and retailers. Because the tides have turned a little bit, and it's just a shift in behavior. And what we are seeing is there is a bit of a resilience in insulation in the independent retail sector, because there still is that need for face-to-face and discovery among the consumer. And they know when they need something, they can look and search online for something, but when they're browsing and they want to stumble upon something, there's still a need, and the preference from that consumer is to go to that independent channel and that specialty retailer.
All right, so since you've joined in October, but you've also had all this background experience in the industry, I'd love to hear your take on how the wholesale industry is changing today, because things have become so omni-channel, both online and offline sales in wholesale. Just the way that retailers discover new brands has really changed. Can you talk about, from your perspective, just kind of the shifts that you see happening in the industry?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing brands going to online, and we know that's how consumers are discovering things today. And every information is so accessible through online. So we are seeing brands advertise themselves, and some are going direct to consumer, but they still feel the need to sell through retail. So as much as we are seeing this omni-channel presence, retail is still a main staple in how these brands are reaching consumers.
Absolutely. And even omni-channel in terms of not just direct to consumer, but retailers discovering brands and then purchasing wholesale online as well. Kind of an interesting shift from all angles it's taking place, right?
Yes. Consumers are able to purchase, wholesale, and, retailers are seeing that. It's the tides have definitely shifted, and I think it's taking a little bit of time for wholesale and retail sectors to grasp and absorb it, but we are seeing a pivot and a shift into understanding how to reach that and understanding how they can function in this omni-channel presence.
All right, let's talk about some of the brands that you guys typically see at WWIN, but also some trends that you're expecting to see for spring 2019 at this next show.
Yes, some of the brands that you'll see at WWIN, you'll see a lot of Canadian brands. Some great lines are coming out of Canada, from Michael Tyler, Simply White House, Tango Mango. You'll find some great things. Some of the trends you'll see, really the lifestyle essentials. We're still seeing that bohemian look surface, and a lot of bright colors as well.
Perfect. There's always a lot of accessories, definitely lifestyle accessories, like you said, handbags, scarves, that type of thing. I know Corky's Footwear is exhibiting there, who's a member of the Boutique Hub as well. And I believe we've got a few graphic tee companies, Southern Grace, Turquoise Haven is also there. I think there's a number of Boutique Hub brands that are showing. And we'll make sure that they're all included on our Hub must-see list for anyone who's listening, so that if you do attend the show, you can make sure that you find those Boutique Hub members there as well.
Fantastic.
What would you say, if there's a brand listening who has not exhibited at your show before, and they want advice, maybe not just what it's like to exhibit at your show, but what advice would you give them for exhibiting as a whole at any show? What are tips for brands to be successful in that type of market experience?
My advice would be to stay focused on your business goals during the show. Be present and engage with these retailers, because they're there for a reason. You have 4 days to do the business, and be approachable. They're there to find new lines and make yourself stand out. Have a nice booth presence. Make sure it's designed nice and slick, and really draw their attention in to have them spend the time with you.
Awesome. How about any tips for retailers who are attending this show or any show? Tips for success?
For retailers, I would tell them to start planning now. Plan ahead, make your appointments, and plan to spend the time. We have our floor plan published. Download the mobile app, because that will be right on your fingertips for you to be able to navigate the show and plan your time and spend your time. We do have a new appointment setting tool called Julia that you can book all your appointments for WWIN online and have it right there at your fingertips. So my advice would be to make it as easy for yourself as possible, because we all know when you're in Vegas, it's long days, and you are spending a lot of time talking to people. So you want to make sure you do the homework in advance to prepare.
So true. And there's never any overwhelm when it comes to attending markets, right?
Oh, never, never. And wear comfortable shoes. That's for sure. There's a lot of walking.
Our team, Sarah and I, were laughing the last time we were in Vegas together in February. We were laughing because it is truly not an apparel market unless at the end of the night you are sitting in your hotel bathtub with cold water and your feet soaking while you're drinking a glass of wine.
Yes, that is a great tip. Much needed.
Get room service. Oh, man. Well, let's talk about some of the events, or the event that we have coming as we wrap up here with the Boutique Hub. Let's cover one more time just the details of the Boutique Boss Breakfast for anyone who's going to be attending the show. Again, it's Tuesday, which is August 14th at 8:30 a.m. And what time do doors open if they want to get there early and get through the line?
Doors will open at 8 o'clock. Registration will open at 8 o'clock. So you get in there and you can get your breakfast and get your seat to listen to Boutique Hub. Awesome.
And there's shuttles to and from the Las Vegas Convention Center at the Rio, in case anyone's wondering about that. So come early, get your breakfast, and then it's the Lambada room, correct?
That's the Lambada room. Yes, it's right in between the Pavilion and Amazon Ballroom.
Perfect. So we'll be there. And again, we're going to have 5 speakers, including myself, Sarah Burks, our Director of Partnerships and Education, who is a retailer with over 20 years experience owning and operating her store. She's going to be talking about markdown strategy and also just buying. And I think she's got some customer service tips she wanted to throw in there as well. We're going to be joined by Bill from Corky's Footwear, who's going to be talking about buying and negotiating with vendors. Josh from Streamline Retail is also going to be there speaking on managing in-store and online inventory together. There gets to be a lot of questions for those of you who are omni-channel retailers selling both online and off. And then the team from Lightspeed is actually going to be there to join us as well. And we're going to be talking about in-store presence and online sales as well with Lightspeed. And can we share this big giveaway that we've got going on too? Are you excited about this, Des?
I'm so excited. When I learned about this giveaway, I'm really thrilled that this is what buyers have a chance to win by attending your session. So go for it.
Yes, this is so good. So we have 3 sponsors of the event besides the WWIN show as our host. We're being sponsored by Corky's Footwear, which we love Corky's, and I know a lot of you guys do too. Also Southern Grace Apparel, who has so much experience in this industry and has been a member of the Boutique Hub, and also Lightspeed. So Lightspeed is offering a giveaway for one retailer who is attending the Boutique Boss Breakfast. And can I tell you this prize? So this prize in total is a $5,000 value, which includes a free Lightspeed point-of-sale retail system, the 1-year subscription, free Lightspeed e-commerce solution, 1-year subscription, a cash drawer, an iPad stand, a receipt printer and thermal paper, a Bluetooth scanner, a $500 Apple gift card, 24/7 support, a dedicated customer success manager, and in-person one-on-one onboarding of your Lightspeed retail system. So again, $5,000 value. All you have to do is attend the breakfast, stay for the whole thing, and learn something along the way, right?
Incredible. Yes, yes. Great giveaway.
We're so excited to come and get to be at the show with you guys, Des. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me today to talk about WWIN and what everyone can expect. And we look forward to many more shows together in the future.
Yes, likewise. I'm excited to meet you in person, and I'm very thrilled that we're all coming together in August.
Awesome. We'll see you soon.
Okay, thanks.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and you learned more about the WWIN show and the Boutique Boss Breakfast that's happening over at the Rio on Tuesday, August 14th. I have to give a huge shout out to the partners who help make this possible, because as you guys know, anytime you're putting on an event and bringing people together, there's definitely some expense involved, and it wouldn't be possible without these awesome partners at the Boutique Hub who help make this possible. So to the team at the WWIN Show, thank you so much for bringing us over for this Boutique Boss Breakfast. For our friends at Lightspeed who are partnering to do this huge $5,000 giveaway, that's awesome, and we appreciate you so much. And also to our friends at Corky's Footwear, who are so popular in terms of footwear, sandals, booties, you name it, inside of the hub. We can't wait to hear from you during this breakfast. Thanks for being there and making it possible. And finally, our friends at Southern Grace. Southern Grace clothing and their t-shirt line, they've been around in the industry for a long time. And I know that Alex and his team are so excited to see you guys over at the WWIN Show. All right, guys, it is almost time to head to Vegas, so I can't wait to see you there. And again, if we don't see you this time, come back in February and we'll catch up with you at the next Boutique Boss event. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope that you loved it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a rating and review down below for a chance to be one of our featured listeners each and every week. For more information on our spirit of community over competition and how to access complete show notes and bonus downloads from our guests, head on over to theboutiquehub.com and join the community. We'll see you next week.